Alright, guys, we should be live. If you guys can hear me, let me know if we're good to go. And grab my chair right now. Come have a seat with you guys. But what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another weekly episode. It is Micro Mondays time, guys. Shout out what you guys are up to. Hope you guys had a great week last week and a great weekend. Let's start off this week with an epic evening, guys. What is good? NWChassisWorks, how are you, brother? Checkers RC in the house. Sir Crawls a lot. JJ916, One Up. Vargas Garage 124. Stouffer RC, yes sir, let's go. RC Junkyard, what's good, brother? Scaling RC, Lucian Poppy, Mid Mode, DCRC Crawler, DCCR Crawler, Guam Crawl. Everybody's here, guys, so appreciate everybody tuning in already. We got a good episode today. Some stuff to dive into for tonight and check out. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and start by sending over an invite to Dirt McGirt. And while I do that, let's cross our fingers, guys, that we'll be good to go. And yeah, we'll get into the little trucks pretty soon. So don't you guys worry about that. Oh, things making noise over here. Mark, you in here? No, nothing yet. While we wait for Mark to hop in or try to invite him and stuff like that, I think everybody's waiting to see the new little truck. But before we get into the truck, we got a couple of things we want to share with you. Let's see what's going on. Mark says he's here. Let me just send him the live invite. Hopefully it works. Sometimes that happens over here. Shout out yo if you are on the screen, Mark. We might need to redo it real quick, guys, because sometimes it's buggy and do not know why we can't join each other's live. Let me try one last time. I will send him the invite again. Says he is unable to join. So once we try one more time, we'll give it a shot. There we go. And we got live video. This time you can see me?
I can't see you. Can you see me?
No, I can't this time, but
Classic.
You win some, you lose some, right?
All right. But we're live, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good. What is good, brother? How are you today?
I am good, sir.
Awesome. Glad to hear that, and most importantly, glad to see that you are online. Let's go ahead and jump. Before we talk about the new FMS truck, wanted to start off with a couple of other things. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Mark, Pitbull Tires last week. They recently dropped the Growlers and the Mad Dogs.
Right.
So if you guys did not see that news from last week, they came in Tuesday, the day after Micro Monday. So here it is, guys. We have the Growlers here. I went ahead and mounted it, Mark.
Yo.
Check out these wheels right here.
Which one should I get?
For sure, from the 2, I think you would really like the Growlers.
That's what I was leaning towards too.
Yeah. Yeah, right here on the Athos Toyota are the Growlers right here. They're mounted on some Trio Hobby beadlocks. And then these are actually some new beadlock rings available through NWChassisWorks.
Oh,
So
yeah.
kind of,
I got mine too.
that's badass. Yeah, so we got the Growlers, guys. You can see a side-by-side comparison. I'll grab actually what I did have on this truck. We had the tusks on here, so you guys can see the tusks versus the Growlers. Pretty close in size, overall height-wise. Width-wise, Mark, you can definitely see that the Growlers are much narrower than the tusks. So you guys that need that little extra skinny tire to clear the shocks or anything links under full turning, I think this is a pretty nice looking tire. And not to mention, guys, it does have that alien compound, so it is super sticky, super soft. Should work amazing, guys, and that tread pattern.
Hell yeah. I'll take driver mod with small tires all day.
Yeah, right? Same here. So already, you guys already know, are we going to stuff these tires? And the answer is yes. Flub RC is already on it, guys. So Flub RC just released. I forgot to pull it up, but I'll type it in right now. They just came out with new slime balls for these Pitbull tires, as well as there's been a new Injora tire out recently. It's been a little while already, but those are, I believe, the Mud Bosses. Those are like the tiny tires from Injora.
I think they have a weird name, but they're like, that's what they look like.
Yeah, Mud Boss or something like that. Do you guys happen to know the name of those tires? Oh, Mud Paws. Here we go. My bad, guys.
Yeah, but they look like Mud Bosses.
Okay. Let me go ahead, pull up the website real quick. Here we go, right here. Might be out of focus. Let me know if you guys can see that okay. But we have the new size, guys, SB50. So SB50 slime ball in the size 50 range. These are going to be the new insert choices for the Pitbull Mad Dogs, the Growlers, and the Injora Mud Paws.
Groundhog. That's what they are. Thank you.
The Mad Dog?
No, the Interco Groundhogs. That's what they're modeled after.
Oh, okay.
Like an old school mud tire. I don't even know if they make that anymore. Do they, Redneck?
I think Proline sells them. Not sure about that.
Right, but I mean in real, like 1-to-1.
Real life.
Yeah.
Beats me, man. I'm not that off-roady like yet, but let's see. Mark, so these are offered in 0.1, which is not too often found in these skinny tires. Usually it's kind of like 0.2s. So Flub RC has that narrower style, guys, and then also the Mad Dogs are even narrower. So we have a new 50.0 size as well for even more narrow setup. So as you guys can see over here, if I pull it up, here's the sizes that you're looking for when you need to order some slime balls for the new tires. And of course, take into consideration the ring size that you have. They went on pretty good, Mark, with the Trio wheels, surprisingly. So that was pretty surprising because I know Pitbull sometimes, along with J Concepts, they kind of have this smaller inner or the smaller bead style. But with this alien compound. It's stretched on really nice. No, nothing to get messed up. No screws catching the bees or anything. So check those out, guys. Let me hop back into the comments. If you've seen any comments too, Mark, shout it out.
No, they re-released those tires in the 1-to-1.
Oh, nice.
So that's cool. Hopefully they're not bias pie.
Those feedlock rings, guys, again, they are from NWChassisWorks.
Yeah.
And he also has another style ring you
Which
guys
one
can
did
see
you
right
do?
here.
Since I can't see you, which one did you put on?
Oh,
The
I thought
OG
you.
style one or
I
the
could
new
have
one?
sworn you saw my screen, but
No,
yeah,
I
I
can't.
actually picked the D slot for the growlers with some purple beadlocks, purple and type bees. And then he also has, guys, the 5-slot lock rings. You guys can see them right there. So these are awesome. I actually had these 5 slots on my NWChassisWorks Pitbull. You guys remember the anodized cotton candy beadlock rings? Those are the 5 slots. So now they're finally available, guys, and of course available in carbon fiber. Let's see. Checking out a couple of things. Yeah, the groundhog. So Mark, also, I think I mentioned to you that we spotted another tire because I know
Yeah, in that same family.
in the same family exactly. So if you guys like the growler style, maybe not so much of the Mad Dog style, even though I'm still gonna try those out for sure. Didn't pull it up, but you guys know Friction RC, so Friction with the X RC. They have been releasing those Braven Ironsides for the micros, and a lot of people love that one. So we have spotted from Friction. Gonna pull it up on the laptop right here, guys. Sorry about the angles, but Braven Berserkers have been spotted, guys. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this tire. You guys can see it is a different style tire. You guys can see the sidewall looking way aggressive. The width is looking like, I would want to say it's looking like a regular .2 style width, Mark. So that's pretty cool. Nothing too narrow. The tread pattern is really meaty, strong lugs, nice and separated still. I'm actually excited to see these ones. I've seen these Berserkers work in action, not the 1.0 size, but the larger sizes. So this tread pattern has got me definitely excited to try out for the micro world.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out on Friction RC, guys. You'll find out when we can pick those up for sure.
Yeah, I want to grab some of those for sure. Oh, show.
Let's see.
I'm sure those are in that same like 50, 51, 52 range.
Yeah, they look tiny. It was mounted on an Atlas 6x6 Mark.
That's right. Yeah. I was trying to remember where we spotted it first. Yeah.
So considering that they kind of run larger tires on that Atlas 6x6,
Yeah.
they definitely look on the little small side. So
On a random note, Panda's going out of business.
Panda Hobby?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I knew there was something else I saw out this during the week.
Oh, that's
So like
actually.
everything's on sale. So
Oh man, that's crazy.
yeah, get that gear again if you need it.
Yeah, guys. go grab those Panda Hobby worm gears if you want to do some super DIY setups for your FCX24.
Business in the front, party in the back.
If you know what I mean, if you know what we mean.
Huh.
All
Where's Gino
right.
at? Where's Gino?
No. Yeah, right. Well, I
See?
think it's time. We're about to check out the new truck, Mark.
So I
You hear me?
I got the Rover on order.
Oh, nice.
So it said it probably shipped by the 7th. We'll see. So I can't wait. From what I've seen, I'm pretty excited. And I think either the Pitbulls or the Berserker or the Frictions or whatever will make good tire swaps for that truck.
Oh, that's sick. That's good to hear.
Right?
So let's take a look at this truck, Mark. I think I've showed you a few times, but right here I'm holding the FMS FCX24M, guys. This is a new platform. This is the Discovery version of the truck.
Disco.
Yeah. Don't have any of the fancy accessories on it yet, or of the other stuff that it included. If I grab that stuff right here, see, it comes with like the basic stuff real quick. It comes with little roof racks or the sand ladders, tools. Comes with like an extra transmission or spur gear, Mark, which is
really?
It's like a metal one.
Huh.
Yeah, and then it comes with some tiny little scale. I forgot what the term is called. Those like wires that connect from like your roof to the hood.
Yeah, I forget the tech term, but it's basically for tree limbs to keep from smashing your window.
Okay, so gave us a little bit of scale accessories, guys.
Too. That's dope.
Yeah,
I thought you had to buy all the extra shit separate.
Gave
limb
us
risers. Yeah, there you
go. Limb risers, a spare wheel to put in the back, guys, and
you guys all y'all motherfuckers know the terms. Good for you.
Yeah, that is good, guys.
5 y'all too, man. That's a random one. USA doesn't have shit like that. Good on you.
The diehard 4-wheel drive guys.
Yeah.
Let's first, before we go into the truck, let's check out the tires and the wheels, guys, because this is kind of a new thing for the 24 scale. So they have 2 different wheel sizes on the models that are going to become available. Here in my hand,
is that where the confusion lies? Some of the trucks have actual 0.7 and some of them don't.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I guess it's either a 0.7 or a 0.8, supposedly. But I think the other ones are honestly a little bit larger.
Aren't they like more like 0.9? Isn't that what you found out?
Yeah, that's kind of what I found out with my calipers. But for example, I have the RC 4-wheel drive 124 scale TF2 wheels in my hand versus the FMS FCX24M wheel. So you can see that as the RC 4-wheel drive is, measured as an actual 0.7 wheel, it looks like the FCX24M ones look a little bit larger. So I'm kind of curious to see the aftermarket wheels in person to see what those look like. These stock wheels, Mark, they're just what do you call? They're non-beadlock. They're like glue-on style.
Yep.
So they already come vented and stuff like that. So no wheel weights, guys, for the stock wheels. But already there's going to be a couple new upgrades for the wheels department, and I'll show you guys right now. After this,
the fair
RC right here, guys, and right after that, we'll hop into the whole. We'll open up the FCX24M and take a look at it. But Fair RC already getting a head start, guys, with 4 options to pick from. So basically 2 different wheel styles, guys. and 2 different colors to pick from. So these are the Batrazi 0.7 and 0.8 aluminum wheels. They come with the brass inner rings, labeled as vented already on the inner rings. Mark, you get the star face wheel and then the 4-slot style wheel. You can pick either of those in black or silver. The 4-slot will be the 0.7 and the star will be the 0.8. So if we take a look at, one of them, for example, just kind of want to see what they look like on the truck. So I'm sure a lot of people want to see. There we can see the wheels, guys, kind of what they're going to look like for you guys who already ordered. It'll give it definitely a tougher look in the black or the silver. Mark, if you were to have to pick some wheels already, would it be the black 4 slots or the silver 4 slots or the star face, black or silver?
I'd have to go with black on any of them. But that only works for the stock tire, unfortunately. So unless you, are those tires any good?
You know what? Surprisingly, Mark, man, they're actually not too bad.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if I can show you guys what I mean.
Are they no foam?
They come with foams.
Okay.
I would say that the tread pattern reminds me of some sort of Traxxas Trail Canyon tread pattern type.
All right.
They were actually hooking on some sharp concrete rock on my little course over here, so that's pretty cool. Stickiness on those tires, let's see real quick. For stickiness, Mark, without a foam, they do come back to its original shape right when I open my hand. Say versus like, a Pitbull Growler with a foam or something like that. So they come with the foam. It looks like it's not as thick as what we usually see in foams, how they just stuff them to the max. So it was working pretty good for me on the rocks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the truck, guys, since I know a lot of you guys been patiently waiting. You guys want to see
in the comments who's got one on pre-order or who has one in hand?
Oh yeah,
or are you going to get one based on this review?
Yeah. So guys, it's a hinge mount setup with a super strong Velcro brace or mounting system up front. I think a lot of people that have seen the initial reviews or look-arounds know that this chassis rail is almost identical, if not completely identical, to a stock FCX24 chassis rail. Mark, I did take a look at it. I brought up the FCX24 chassis and compared it next to this one. Yeah. And while the belly area holes are definitely exactly the same, the front of the rails are a little bit longer, I believe, or shorter, and then the back of the rails are a little bit shorter or longer. So it's kind of like ever so slightly different. But it's completely different from an SCX24 underneath, guys. It does have straight axles. A lot of you guys like the straight axle style, and especially for those of you guys who like stock width, you guys can see a comparison right here between stock SCX24 axles and the FCX24M axles. They're pretty much the same.
Excellent question, Steve.
Oh, for sure.
I think I know the answer. The Disco wheelbase, the Range Rover are the same, right?
Disco and Range Rover and the 110 are the same.
Oh, it is? Okay. The D90 is the shorter wheelbase, which is like, I can't remember exactly.
I think it's
shorter than
111.
Yeah, it's shorter than a stock Deadbolt or C10.
Yeah, and
burner, it would fit smaller model kits, and you can always make links or hit up Steve, get custom ones.
Yes, definitely. Check this out. This is comparing it right here, the wheelbase to an Athos. So the Athos is actually ever so slightly longer than stock wheelbase, but it's pretty much on the same measurements as the FCX24. So popping it back open, guys. Does have a brushed ESC and motor setup. Does come with a 050 setup mark. It's already forward facing, so that's pretty cool. The ESC also sits up front, the same area where like the FCX24 chassis sit. Let me actually grab, because I have right here a Betty.
You know what? I had to think about what a stock SCX24 looks like.
That's what I was saying. You should grab. I don't think you even have one, honestly, right now, huh?
I don't think so. I think I robbed the last one I got on sale for parts.
Yeah, right. So
it's just easy to buy stuff that you want now. You don't even need to buy it. I mean, unless you want a stock one, but
there's a lot of differences still. In the stock SCX24, you guys can see the bouncy shocks, the bouncy stock shocks with the FCX24M. These shocks, while they're still not like big bore profile or anything, these are definitely smooth, and I believe they have a little bit of oil in them. So that's one big advantage right off the bat, is for these tiny trucks, and especially for a heavy body, you're going to need some smooth suspension movements. The axles, they look pretty unique, Mark, as in the way that they are built up. I don't know if you've seen, but the rear axle, for example, the axle shaft is a full axle shaft from the left wheel to the right wheel.
Really?
Yeah. And I noticed that the front axle, too, has a pretty cool feature. We're working on making a steering links for these guys because they're a little bit definitely unique. Back here, you guys can see where the lower links mount. There's actually two holes that adjust the caster, Mark. So the C hubs are clockable, basically, for two positions.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature, in my opinion, for sure. And overall, I forgot, guys, it is a 2-speed transmission. The reason why I forgot is because we're used to seeing huge, like, micro-sized servos acting as the 2-speed, but this servo is much smaller. I would say, is it the same? It almost looks like a nano servo, to be honest. But it's definitely tiny and nice and compact, and it hauls butt for sure. It goes fast. A couple of the mods I already did. Well, I didn't really do any mods, but I did put some RC Steve links already, guys, and the suspension links. So we got rid of the 3-link front and rear, the upper wishbones, and now we are rocking front and rear 4-link setup. So pretty dope. Some pros and cons. Is this a performance rig? No, I wouldn't say so. Can it crawl good? Yes, definitely. It crawls good. For the stock ESC, while it is brushed, you still have that super low end mark, and
Is it 050 motor?
Yeah, it's an 050 motor for sure, but the transmission is smooth, Mark. You'll be surprised on
I wonder what a
how
quick
stable this thing is.
Holmes Hobby 050 swap would get you.
Oh man, I already got a 66 coming.
Okay.
But the two speed
I got one of each, so I can go from there.
2-speed is super fast. It pops wheelies.
Yeah, I don't understand that personally, but
I think the main aspect for the 2-speed setup, Mark, is it is super fun if you plan on actually trailing it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It'll get you to your next spot without having to carry it. You could still have some more fun driving it.
And what's the milliamp hour on the battery it comes with?
The milliamps, it is a 380 milliamp 2S, guys. So there's standard FMS battery. So I actually had a couple of these laying around, as I have a couple FCX or FMS smashers, the monster trucks. So those use the same exact LiPo as these ones. And it does sit in the back, guys, for a stock configuration, but these batteries are pretty light that, honestly, guys, I've been driving it as is. There's no extra weight to it. I think I did get I didn't put it on the scales, but holding it at the belly, you can see that it has a lot of rear weight and bias. But I think if you guys know how to drive, especially with these tiny tires, this thing is a blast. And like some of the comments said,
3-wheel motion, man, 3 wheels.
Yes,
Hang a tire. Go.
the scale life is coming back with these trucks, guys. I know a lot of you guys love how easy it is to get up and over with some big tires, but this is going to really test your skills, guys.
So much more fun when you might not make the line without a good drive. It's easy to put on 70, or what's the biggest tire now? 72 fucking millimeters?
Yeah, almost like 80s.
It's fucking silly.
63s are enough for me.
That's as big as I'm ever going, dude.
But yeah,
in fact, you can't see them, but the 3 trucks actually. Yeah, those all have 62 or 63. But they look good because they're 18th scale.
Yeah, it does have lights, guys. It comes with lights, just front lights. I know there's been some guys that have the early units. They've been diving. Some guys been diving full deep into getting every little light fixture lit up. So, signal lights, fog lights, the pod lights on the roof rack, everything. They're getting it full cameled out already.
Love it.
And that leads me to ask the chat. I'm curious to see, are you guys planning to leave this camel trophy theme on your Land Rovers or Defenders? Or do you guys plan on completely just painting it up, making it look like modern, or your own twist in general?
Milk tea. You can do anything you want, buddy.
Can you add LEDs to the other light housing?
That's what I was answering. SoCal, yeah, man. Over 60 gets pretty big, man. Pretty out of scale.
Yes. The answer is yes, Milk Tea. I'm actually looking at there, and say for the signal lights, for the blinkers, they do have a pod available right there. For the rear, they do have 2 light pockets or light holes that you can put your lights in. And what's really nice, Mark, is the way that they set up the lighting in general, the whole light system. So everything's nicely wired on the side of the chassis, and then as we go to the hinge area, this light wire mark, it's like really strong. It's like almost insulated already, like instead of just your bare red and black wires that you normally see, the 2 strands. And then they hot glue it real nicely, and they even protect the main areas where the resistors can be found and stuff like that with some nice shrink tubing. So there's a lot of details.
They do a good job, FMS, with the lighting and the wire routing.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions about the FMS FCX24M, shout it out. We'll try and get some questions answered.
We did not answer the price because there's different price points on depending on if you buy 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. So they are available for pre-order. They're $119.99, or you can order. The more you order, up if you order all of them, you can save up to $80. So like it's knocking $20 off each. So
So
like $100. Yeah, but like
which I saw earlier, Milk Tea said they got a bunch of buddies together and they went on and bought them like a group buy on it and saved them all self $20. Also, you see, Steve, they're going to do a scale camel run that you should probably get on. Anybody in SoCal?
Yeah, I'll be there for sure, guys. Whenever you guys are ready for that, we'll set it up. Performance-wise, Mark, like I said, it doesn't really crawl that good, and I'll show you guys why. I mean, it crawls good, but if you're looking for, Athos type of breakover,
it's not
maybe not. Yeah. So Agent
we already
311.
said what we're doing here. We're back to scale and small tires.
Is it waterproof? I don't think it's waterproof. Well, it looks like the ESC is rated for waterproof. I see like a little water sign, water resistant maybe. The servo doesn't look like it'll stand a chance, but it's pretty cool. Here's something different, guys. The steering links, we haven't really taken a look at that. Mark, the steering links on the end, on the ends, the rod ends are like a wishbone style rod end, like a Y on both sides. So kind of bummed that they did that. Looks like you would have to do something super custom to get some aftermarket links right away, but I'm sure that they're working on their own version of aftermarket steering links. It looks like they didn't have much room to get a lot of steering throw with the longer horn. So if you guys plan to upgrade your servo, probably need to either run your servo horn on the shortest hole and then trim the horn, or just make sure you have a horn that will fit and that won't interfere with the steering links. Coming back to the comments, Agent 311 RC says, can you put that skid and trans into an SCX24 chassis to gain 2-speed? I would say yes. I would totally say yes. Let's go ahead and take a look at it again, guys. So here's the mounting holes for the transmission. The only thing is, when you install this transmission, is that this skid is definitely lower than a average SCX24. So that being, it does have a new feature, Mark. They have the counter rotating drive shafts. That's supposed to help with torque twist. So you can see, guys, the front output on the transmission for the drive shafts is a little bit higher than the rear. The rear is almost like a little anchor point. You guys can see I'm already getting quite a few scratches in that area. The drive shaft literally sits lower than the lower links. So if you're looking for high clearance right now, I wouldn't really hope for that right now. I don't know if it's possible. But like I said, guys, scale is back, and the fun of driving these things are definitely fun. It crawls good right out of the bat. It has good modulation. It has the 2-speed. The servo could be a little stronger. They have some adjustments here on the radio where you can up the steering dual rate a little bit. Keep in mind when you up the dual rate, you're going to make that servo a little bit weaker as you keep driving it. Let's see. Link mounts look different. Let's see. Everything kind of uses, it should be the same, guys, for the links. Everything's 1.4 that we're used to mount the links on the FCX24s. Link lengths, yes, they're different from the regular SCX24s. Let's see. Yeah, that rear output, guys. So just saying, if you're expecting performance and a lot of belly clearance, maybe this one isn't for you. But if you guys are looking to trail and hit the trails looking good, this one's fun. Let's see. Unless aftermarket makes different knuckles. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that will happen. Waiting for aftermarket makers to maybe make normal sized knuckles, normal style knuckles. The steering, guys, forgot to show you, of course. The steering is not too bad. It could be more. It could definitely go more, I feel like. But we just don't have the control to do that with this radio. You could see there are some bump stops on the axles, so that can probably be easily shaven off, and then you could probably get a few more degrees depending on different steering links and different servo horns, stuff like that. So Mark's got the Defender coming.
No, the Range Rover. The
Range Rover. Sorry, brother. That should be dope. I think.
I'm hyped on that.
What'd you say?
I said I'm hyped on that.
Yeah,
I've always liked the look of those trucks.
I will definitely have to pick up one of those. I think the Discovery and the Land Rover kind of catch my eye a little bit more so than the Defenders. I know that there's always a lot of Defenders in the SCX24 or micro world, guys. So, it's kind of been done a lot.
4-door.
The 4-door, the 110?
Yeah, the D110.
I'm kind of curious on that one, but I mean, if you guys have the Traxxas Defender 110, that one's pretty nice too. But knowing FMS, they got a lot of scale details too. Yeah.
Let's see. What I would do if I got the 110 is cut the back off and make it the truck version.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, we're looking to see some super sick builds like that. I know some of you guys already have stuff planned for your builds. I know you guys aren't going to keep the camel paint for too long.
Most people said no, they were going to paint it so it didn't look like everybody else.
Cut that little bump thing? What little bump thing?
Yeah, I didn't know what that is because I can't see what you're showing. So,
I think they're talking about the low output shaft.
Oh.
Yeah, that might not be able to cut. I haven't popped open the transmission yet, guys, but we have heard from a few guys that have. They are full metal gears, Mark, in the transmission already.
That's a good buy for $120.
It's a good buy. Well, I'll probably put it over here on the little test course, and we can see what I can do and what I can't do. Because, like I said, guys, it's not really a belly clearance king, but it does some work. It's not too bad.
Driver mod, Steve. Driver mod.
All right, I'll do some driver mod for the crowd, but before we drive for the last couple minutes, and I'll show you guys that we do still have a couple of news lines to talk about.
We got a really big one we've not touched on yet that, I don't know, 13 minutes is enough.
Let's go ahead and you talk about that, man, because...
Yeah, in case nobody saw, JEC had a huge shop fire, and instead of rebuilding, he decided to sell off parts of his company. And luckily for all of us, in the 24 and 18th scale game, NWChassisWorks picked up all the rights to those chassis and parts that JEC was selling. So the Evo Pro, the beadlock rings, etc. And there was also a third version, right?
Yeah, the new Evo
24.
It's actually the new Evo 18 for the TRX4M.
I thought there was a V3 24 or something like that too.
That'll probably be coming soon, but definitely what has been announced is the NWChassisWorks and JEC Racing Evo 18. This is actually what I have right here, guys, in the camera mark. So if you want to take a better look at it after the show, you guys can take a look at that. But this is definitely different from the original Evo 18 that I already had built up. It's redesigned to have the transmission sit even lower, about 5 millimeters lower. The whole stance is a lot better. The belly clearance is more than the older version.
Okay.
Yeah, and overall, the new version seems to be a lot more balanced. Something that I've been looking for a while. So that is dope. You guys will be able to pre-order these now over at NWChassisWorks, and if you guys need all that clearance, you can hit me up for some RC Steve links. They will be with the double bend links and outboard configuration to give you some super stable crawling experience. So shout out to NWChassisWorks for carrying and continuing the JEC lineup, but that's probably not going to be it from NWChassisWorks. Expect, maybe some things down the road to be released that was in works with JEC Racing. And of course, the whole 24 lineup will be following to come out pretty soon. Probably update that as well. So it's pretty exciting. I know NWChassisWorks, they haven't had like a TRX4M chassis in their catalog yet. But this is probably close to an Athos for the performance. So check that out, guys. And if you need one, they are available for pre-order. These things are dope. I actually have 2 TRX4Ms now, Mark, so I think you need to get another one going soon. But
we talked about this last week.
You have?
I have 2. One just never got finished. I guess, yeah. And the other one, the first one, I can just change the chassis because it's just I think it's the Injora or the Mias one, whatever, before there was anything else. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then Travis, you still in here?
I don't think so, but
yeah, he is. So are we 86 in the JEC name. It's going to be the Northwest Chassis Works Evo chassis. Or are you going to somehow incorporate JEC into the terminology?
That'd be interesting.
Oh, right. The Ascent. Yeah. The Ascent 18 too as well.
We'll expect to see possible Ascent 18 from Northwest Chassis Works coming soon. We will definitely get a little shakedown between a couple of chassis for you guys to take a look at. So stay tuned. Check out my profile if you want to see more. Right. But Mark, right now I'm trying to,
One more big thing, potentially, until we actually see it in action or in hand. The FuryTech 2-in-1, basically a micro fusion.
Let's go ahead and show that. I actually have the video. I totally forgot too.
Okay.
So we'll look that up right now. Let's look that up right now, guys. This is definitely the last news line for sure. Guys, I think everybody has been waiting patiently.
Now, keep in mind, this is for the TRX.
Yeah, that's the only thing right now still, but...
Which would work in the Ascent too, right?
Yeah. Let's see. So, guys,
I think that's too long of a can to begin with to go into a 24.
You guys can see that right there. FuryTech, they have a YouTube video. They're showing off what looks like to be a FuryTech cedar. It almost looks like a shorter can style of the cedar, and then on top of it, they, fitted the ESC or electrical components inside that can. So it is going to be probably super long, guys. We'll see. I'm going to play it again. We'll replay it. Oh, no. I don't even know what that is. It's an ad. But let's see. Play it one more time for you guys to see. Long boy, right? Yeah. So there it is right there, guys. You can see.
I mean,
there it is right there.
Like, everybody jumps all over like the negative comments first. Like, have you seen one? Do you have the measurements? Because I don't.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the measurements.
Think about how long a 130 can is and a 180 can. Like a 180 can is probably the same.
Yeah.
You guys don't have TRXs.
It so looks don't like hate it on might it yet. Be like 5 to 10 millimeters longer, Mark. That's my guess, based off
I'm not saying
how it looks like on the transmission, but who knows? But this is actually a cool introduction, guys. To stay tuned, and you might see actually what he's showing it on. I was actually looking to see if those were FCX24 axles, but no, definitely a TRX 4M.
I know it said 118 and 124, but clearly that says it's made for the TRX 4M.
You might have to have a setup that's super long up front. Hence why that guy is showing like a buggy style chassis when it's installed in it. But yeah, guys, check that stuff out. And
wasn't the price pretty fair too? Like,
I actually didn't see a price point.
I think it was $60.
Oh, that's
what you think
for
about
the that's for the new setup. Did we talk about that last week? The Injora brushless setup? I think we forgot to talk about that.
No, I think we did.
Oh, okay. It was $60 for the motor and the ESC, huh, from Injora?
Wait, huh? 69 for 2S only and 129 for 2 to 4S with Bluetooth? Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Feel free to shout it out. I'm scaling up this mountain from the real steadfast media. And once we get up there,
you know what? I don't know. Did we talk about it, or did I? I remember chatting with Onk about it because he was pretty hyped on that Injora one.
No, we haven't. But we can
Why would
probably talk about that next week again. Okay. But there's a lot of people making ESCs and stuff like that now, guys. So I guess it just comes down to, you know, what kind of ESC or company you like right now a lot.
Yeah, everybody's comfortable with what they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with.
That was hard.
Steve knows. Steve knows what's up.
I think
that's what I'm comfortable with.
We like VTech out here. We like the Holmes hobby stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spider. But alrighty, guys, we'll probably end it here because we're full. We're timed out, and this truck is hard to drive. Need more driver mod, Mark.
Oh, how was it going? Were you filming and driving one-handed and chatting and reading the chat?
Yeah, but it moves good. I'm telling you guys, it's just when it comes to breakovers, like, you know, this real steadfast media thing is pretty insane. So it's tough for this one.
One more thing that I just got reminded in the chat. Holmes is finally trying to take micros serious besides just doing 050s. And I don't know if you saw that YouTube video. It was kind of long-winded, and he still isn't 100% sold on micros being a thing, which I was still a little bummed on. But he is working on revolvers, etc., and outrunners, blah, 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 brushless. So
I'm very excited.
Yeah. If you experience Holmes in the 110 world, know that that's going to be a good thing. He'll work on it for a while until it's right and perfect. So look for that in the next 6 to 8 months.
Yeah. Go check out that video, guys, on YouTube on Holmes Hobbies, because he needs input from guys like us to comment, you know, what is important when it comes to what you guys want to see for the FCX24 and the TRX4.
Yeah. Hold on. That was a good point, Tiny Trucks. I didn't like that comment that he said he wanted to keep it in the stock motor position facing rearward. I was like, what, dude? Yeah, he needs help. Everybody go comment and tell him what the fuck's up.
There you go.
He's sleeping on micros.
Yeah, he's sleeping on micros, but he wants to wake up. So let's wake him up. Let's show him, tell him the Micro Mondays. Check him out. Check out Micro Mondays. And if he is at this point, what's up, Holmes Hobbies, Mr. Holmes?
Right.
But guys, like close it off right there. And anything Mark wants to shout out to you guys, it's always been a blast.
I've done mine.
You've done mine, yeah. Well, you guys have done your part. We've done our part. Let's keep it rolling, guys. Yeah. It's going to be a 4th of July weekend if you guys celebrate that kind of stuff. So if you guys have a little time off this week, make sure to have fun, enjoy yourself, and be safe. With that being said, guys, we'll be back next Monday. And I think we got some cool stuff to talk about for next week, and I'm gonna just do a giveaway, guys. We'll do a giveaway next week since we haven't had one in a couple weeks.
Oh, I still got that old school Fury Tech. If anybody wants it, let me know.
There you guys go.
I don't remember what it is anymore. Anywho, maybe we'll just give that away too. Fuck it.
All right. Well, take care, guys, and have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you again next week. Peace out, Mark.
Later.